guys? I'm Damouth.
I'm Lamont, Bryden.
And we're here with Ryder's Edge again this morning. Today's our second episode, and kind of excited.
Pretty well received for our first one. We didn't really know what we were doing, and we're glad you guys liked it. We had, I don't know, you're doing views counts, but we had pretty good views on that.
We've had a lot of views, which is good. We're glad to have you guys tuning in with us and just being real, back and forth, having fun.
Yeah, a lot of the comments we read on Spyder Lovers and Facebook is like, you guys feel like you're sitting down having coffee with us. So grab your coffee, and we're going to talk about spiders and keep it short and sweet and keep it real. Yep. So once again, F3.
F3 seems to be the hot topic right now.
Yeah. You sold 4 this week?
We've had 4 go out this week. We're waiting for some more to come in. You know, it's been really cool. Last week we got them in for the first time and getting them put together. We did our first ride together last week on an F3 a little bit. And
that was awesome.
A lot of fun. The weather was good.
Yeah.
So it's hard not to abuse these things right out of the crate.
Well, it's funny because I was on the RT following 3 of you on F3's, and I was a little bit jealous, I gotta tell you. it was fun, but the harmonics of those two, you know, you've got the bypass pipe on there that replaces the secondary muffler.
Big difference. And
when you and Eric were side by side and we're going down the highway, you could just, it sounded like a prop plane, just woo, 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 woo. It sounded awesome going down the road.
They do. We had a bike with us that didn't have it, had the all stock exhaust, and big difference when you switch that over and had it. I didn't realize how much it was till we were actually riding them too, and I swapped bikes out there. And it's like, wow, I really like the little pipe.
The interesting thing is 2 couples bought them this week.
We did. Harvey Clark and Terry from Spyder Pops.
Yeah.
And then Eric Del Toro, and of course Leah Del Toro from the famous G.O.S. So
Girls on Spiders.
Yeah, Girls on Spiders. You want to break away and go to that clip? Let's show you them guys. All right, we got Leah and Eric coming in from G.O.S. They're coming to get 2 new F3's today, so we're excited. It's been a while getting them, and we're here, and they're coming in the door now. So let's go meet them. G.O.S. is now going to be on F3.
On F3 officially, so that's very exciting. Very exciting.
It is.
We've been waiting since October when we drove our bikes here. It's been a long way, but well worth it.
Oh yeah. Looking forward to getting them on the road.
They look like they're having a lot of fun on their new F3's. It's kind of fun to watch them get out there and play and see people's reaction when they come in on those.
Yeah, it's cool, you know, that you have 2 couples bought, you know, matching R3s.
Yeah, Harvey Clark and Spyder Pops and then Terry. And now we've got Eric and Leah. Eric's got Bulletin Garage and as well as Leah G.O.S. Girls on Spiders.
Yeah, pretty cool. Also, 2 SE automatics and 2 SMs.
A good ratio there. I know that's been a big debate between you and I, is trying to figure out where they're going to go with this transmission. So
yeah, well, I know, you know, my RT's an SE, but when I got the F3, I wanted an SM. You know, it's more motorcycle-like to have a clutch. You know, when you're sitting in the bike, feet forward. I think it's going to be pretty close, like you predicted. You'd be up 50-50 on sales on
that. I agree with you there. My BRP rep, when we sat down in Connecticut, was kind of shocked when I told him my order. I'm like, I'm going to do about half and half on the manuals. And he just kind of looked at me. He's like, everybody always orders automatic, but this is different. On the Spyder F3, your foot shifter's right there, your foot brake is right there. You're not taking your foot away from a highway bracket or moving it off a road peg. and going to that, your feet are already there at it. So
Right.
it's definitely a lot more natural feeling, especially for motorcycle people, to have that SM.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, I still ride bikes, you still ride bikes.
Yep.
And this kind of brings us back to our roots. It's fun. You know, that it's fun to the point that we kind of gave Harvey a little surprise when we were loading it up, right?
I don't know if we gave Harvey a surprise or you gave Harvey a surprise. I just happened to catch that with my phone.
You know,
and I'm like, I'm just going to roll with it.
It's funny, if you get on our Facebook page, we got a little video there, and Len shot the video, and I was on his bike just getting ready to load it up. And I just don't, every time I get on the F3, I just feel like a hooligan, and I just had to smoke that tire. So I'm on his bike, and we're good friends. Harvey and I are probably, I would say we put on maybe, well, he's got almost 100,000 miles on his G.O.S.
Yep.
And I'd say I put a good 40 to 60,000 miles with him. You know, we've been all over the country several times. So he's a good friend. I know what I could get away with. So I went ahead and lit the tire up in the parking lot.
Harvey didn't know what to say. When he seen it was filming, he was just like, he had to laugh.
It was classic because you got the shot of it, and then you were right on Harvey, and you could see Harvey. He's looking like,
I can't believe he's doing this.
Really?
It's my brand new bike.
and then he kind of, you could tell he was, at the end he's like, he smiled, so it was like he was okay with it, but you know, we don't do that to all the bikes that go out of pit. That was just
only Spyder Bobs.
Yeah, that was just.
He's plotting his revenge, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I know I got it coming. Hey, he's got to me on other things too.
Speaking of Harvey, and brings you some questions from readers on alignments. Last week we said write in and ask us some questions, and several of you guys did. We selected a couple of them from it, so I'm going to go ahead and run these questions by you. Harvey Clark does a lot of alignments with Lamont. I think you taught him how to do it, and you two have traveled all over the country now, getting Spyders literally straight.
Get them straightened out.
So, anyways, here's the first question. This question is for Lamont, and it goes, hey guys, love the first episode, and I will catch it every week. I have ordered a Spyder F3 black and magnesium one due up here on the left coast of Canada at the end of February. I was wondering if these hot rods need aligned right out of the crate. Thanks, Keith. What do you think, Lamont?
Well, here's the thing. All the Spyders are aligned from the factory, and they're actually aligned by laser.
Correct.
I've got some pictures floating around on Spyder Lovers and Facebook. And BRP has their specs that they go by.
Correct.
I think I've aligned 9 F3's now. I don't know how many Spyders I've aligned, hundreds of Spyders.
Sure.
Very few of them are perfect. Out of the F3's, we had one that was perfect. Perfect toe in, was squared up. You know, all the wheels were aligned together. So
1 out of 9.
1 out of 9. So does every F3 need to be aligned? Not according to factory specs. Every F3 that leaves Pitbull Power Sports is aligned.
Yeah.
And that's,
you want to make them right.
Well, it's one of those deals you get one shot for a first impression. And you know, if you get one that is bad enough to where you actually notice it, you know, that maybe got through the factory that wasn't within spec, that guy's going to have a bad first experience.
Correct.
So,
speaking of that, not only are we trying to do alignments at the store on every bike, but we're also balancing the tires right out of the crate. And we've seen a lot of those off. So definitely spinning those again, trying to make that bike the best that we can for our riders. Not saying it's perfect every time, but doing our best to make it that way.
Yeah, and you know, I actually enjoy that. We've got it down to a science. We can knock them out and do a good job, and we know that, especially if it's a bike that's, you know, a bike that's been pre-sold and they bring it in. If that alignment's off, we know that once we align it, they're going to be happy. It's just going to change everything.
I agree. Here's our second question and it says, I bought my 2014 Spyder from Pitbull Power Sports and had it laser lined. My question is, that once the thing is aligned, how often does it require to be aligned, or does it ever need to be redone again?
Okay, that's a question that comes up quite a bit, and typically the answer is it doesn't need to be realigned. It's not like every time you change the tires you need to align it. What I tell people, if you've had a major component change, if you've changed your A-arms, your bushings, your anything that a major component that the specs have changed,
Sure.
then you should realign it. Also, if you're going down the road and you hit some major pothole, right, and you feel it jerk all the way to your bones. If it does, if it's not feeling right after that, it's possible that you need to have your alignment checked again.
So I know we're about to wrap it up for the day. You've got to get to the paint booth on your new F3. You're going to go there. You're working with Nathan Curry's over there. I've seen some of your Facebook posts laying down some sick paint. I'm excited about that. Triple threat.
Triple threat, yeah. Nathan Curry, he's got a hot rod shop, and he's a world-renowned airbrusher. Does awesome work, and fortunately, he's right here near the shop in Springfield. And talked to him this morning. He worked till midnight throwing paint on my panels. I'm going to go over there. I actually had two sets of panels. So I got the ones that are on the bike and then one for him to paint. So I'm heading over there this morning, and I'm going to take apart my old panels. We're going to put the new panels on, and then he's going to start doing his artwork. And it'll blow you away.
Excited to see some of that. Also, next week on our episode, we're doing some more talk on the F3. We've got a custom exhaust going together over there. We're just about ready for production, and we've got it on the dyno. So we're going to be dynoing this thing out before and after on not just one bike, but a couple of bikes. We want to see real-world results. Another exciting thing that Lamont and I are working on is a new slip-on exhaust that's going to fit the ST and the RSs and the RTs. It'll be all the 13 and up stuff, fit some of the older 2010, 11, and 12 RTs. So the new exhaust line that we've got coming out, we're really excited about. And we've got Spyder Fest not that far away. We just went through a meeting with the Mo Gang, and I got to tell you were there for some of the meeting, Lamont. They're excited, ramping this thing up. This is definitely going to be the best Spyder Fest that the Mo Gang has helped put on yet. So.
Yeah. Everything's, the weather turned this weekend. It got warm, bikes were out, people were in the store. It's getting busy, and so the season's upon us. We're excited to get back out in the Spyder world again, and take care of the people that have needs, and go out and ride with y'all. And like you say, Spyder Fest is going to be. It's going to be phenomenal. News that you may or may not have heard, BRP is not having the owners event this year. What they are doing, though, is they're going to actually pick 7 events and co-sponsor them. So if you're planning on going to the owners event, they're not going to have it. So maybe look what events close to you. We'd love to have you at Spyder Fest, obviously. So hopefully you can come out and check us out. Check out Pitbull. Check out the Monster Garage. I guess that's it.
And that's it for us. We want you guys to have a happy Valentine's Day tomorrow, and looking forward to riding with you and seeing you at events this summer. And we'll get you that clip on the F3 next week and do some more talk about Spyders. And thanks for tuning in.
See you next week.
I'm Damouth.
The Monster.
See you guys out on the road.